even though, you know, once it was basically too late, I was like, this girl is not lying. This girl is not lying, because literally most of the things that you were texting me, like, I would find out, I would hear from other people, I would see certain things. And so, but with all that being said, when it comes to me and you, I'm just grateful that I got to a place where I was able to not only forgive you, but I was able to forgive myself, because I was like, why did I allow myself to go through that? You ever done something like so dumb? You be like, oh my God, like, what space was I in my life where I actually allowed myself to go through that?
That was the dumb thing that I
where I actually allowed myself to, like, number one, like, even fall for number two and stay in it for as long as I did. Now, you know what I'm saying? There are people who, you know, stay in certain situations for, you know, a longer period of time. But any period of time is a long enough period of time to where, you know what I'm saying, especially where it affects you. You could be in it for a week, and if it does something to you, then that week can feel like months or years. You know what I'm saying? And you really, it may take you months or years to get out of it, to get out of that feeling. So I don't know, what do you think? Like, how did you, like, ever, like, do you feel like you forgave yourself for, you know, the situation, for maybe the things you did? Because I know that there were times where I was kind of like over a situation too, and I kind of, you know, was maybe said some things that I should not have said, or done some things I should not have done, because I felt like somebody did me dirty. I felt like somebody was getting what I was supposed to have. So
yeah, I think one thing that I just thought about is the fact that we were so young. You think about that?
I was 25. I was
So,
I was 24, going on 25.
when y'all started dating, if y'all were dating, how old were you when y'all started dating?
Oh, I was like 23.
23 years old. So that means when you were 23, I was 26. That is so young.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still young now.
Especially considering how old he was.
Considering how old he was.
Yeah.
And considering how much life
and even considering
live.
the situation, he was older than us and had 2 kids. That's a lot.
And ex-wife. And was an actual ordained elder in this such and such organization. But you know, it's amazing. It's amazing the oversight. Wow. Like if I was really crazy, like, oh, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna stop this wedding, and I don't know.
Because for a minute I thought you were, like, cause I was like, this girl's gonna show up to my wedding. This girl's gonna show up to my wedding and she is going to storm down the aisle. And when they say, does anybody object? And I thought you were I just thought in my head, I just knew you was gonna come down there.
But did you have precautions? Did you like tell anybody to look out? Or did you just like, if it happens, it happens?
You know, I think I did. Dang. I think I did. But, you know, all is well, you know.
I was surprised it even went on because honestly, I did not want you to do it. I didn't want you to
And I understand. I totally understand, because of the simple fact that, you know, not only did I probably experience everything that you experienced, but I experienced, number one, having to change my last name. And you know something I should have known too. What was really, we talk about red flags all the time, but a red flag is when a man tells you he's not going to marry you unless you change your last name. That's a red flag. Because as a woman, if I tell you that I would like to hyphenate my last name, you should be okay with that. There is probably a sentimental reason why I would still like to have some part of me that I had before I married you. And that should be okay.
That's all it takes. Me not completely changing my last name.
Yeah. Then what does that really say that how you feel about me?
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's very,
and that happened.
very interesting.
So, but like I said, I mean, we live and we learn, and
we're here to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fact is, I went to your wedding.
Mm-hmm. My wedding that I'm not,
the happy
to
wedding.
my now husband. Yes, the happy wedding.
The happy wedding.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy how life has happened because at one point you were texting my phone, calling me all type of names.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know,
I don't even learn that
you know,
stuff.
but the only reason I can sit here right now and talk to you is because I know and understand the frustration that you had because I had the same frustration. We went through the same thing, but we just dealt with it differently, you know? So.
Yeah, dealing with the same, and this is not just about this individual. This just so happened to be the person.
Yeah, what brought us.
To know each other like this. But you dealing with a person who is a liar and telling different people different things, right?
And make it seem like we're the liar is what's the crazy thing.
Yeah, like each person is crazy, but that's what narcissists do.
Yeah.
They make it seem like
because I really thought you was crazy, and the person after me thought I was crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. But the thing is, if you don't allow them to make you go crazy or to make you hate the person that they're trying to turn you against, it matures you, and it matures you in such a way. Nobody can tell you anything really. You see a narcissist a mile away, 1,000 miles away. You can smell it.
Yeah, once you are with one, like, you can't unsee it.
You cannot unsee it. You cannot
unsee it.
You cannot unsmell
and
it.
And it's first second you see it, and somebody else will be like, oh, no, I've been there. I'm not going back.
Satan, the Lord rebuke you, is
Absolutely.
what I say.
Yeah. So
that is a demon. That's a narcissistic demon.
So with all that being said, me and Lauren, we started off like, number one, first, like, not even knowing each other. And to what we knew of each other, it was because of how somebody else made us feel to each other, or how somebody else made us feel because of the other one. Is that a good way to say it?
Basically.
Okay. And then we took it upon ourselves to, just hash it out, just talk and get
closure.
Yeah, get closure. Because at the end of the day, when you go through certain things, you have to have closure, or you will literally be drowning in your own emotions until you are able to get closure, or until you are able to deal with it by yourself. A lot of times, dealing with it by yourself is not the way to go because you're gonna be searching for answers that you'll never get.
Right.
You'll never. If I would have just went through that on my own and really tried to sit up there trying to figure out, well, why did this happen? Why did this happen? I don't have to figure it out. Because she went through the same thing I went through. You know what I'm saying? We literally can now say, like, and I know now that what I went through, I know that I was not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we go through stuff and we think we're crazy because we think that we the only ones that dealt with it, or we the only one that saw something in somebody else.
Yeah.
And you be like, dang, nope.